At the head of the class is Tucker Carlson, who is the chief of being the sworn enemy of line pomposity, smugness, and groupthink. And I'm just following behind with another edition of the Sophie Scholl Monologue. If Walz was a Jew, Walz, Tim Walz, the VP candidate on the Harris ticket. If Walz was a Jew, would he have been selected? I think not. Think about who the governor of Pennsylvania is. Shapiro. He's a Jew. That's a swing state. More electoral votes. Minnesota, blue state. If Walz was a moderate, would he have been selected? No. Walz is a head over heels progressive. But when you're dealing with the left, you need to understand they doctor the message. They must spin and massage to make it look like you're getting somebody you're not. To make it look like you're getting somebody they want you to think you have. So, positioning Walz as a person of Midwestern values, look under the cover and you won't find that there. Because what you will see is a governor who let in illegal aliens to a state as a state of sanctuary, refuge for them. Or think about the transgender issue. If you're a parent and your 6-year-old says, "Mom, I know I'm a boy, but I feel like a girl," you're in a system where the parents can be blocked from having that knowledge be played out in a transition attempt through other means than the authority of the parent. This is not what a moderate does. However, the window is shifting, and the further left it goes, it's the way the moderates, that tag is being placed on them. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness, says Walz. To me, that makes a bully sound good. Socialism forces. Socialism coerces. Socialism makes. Socialism can be a bully. And in Tim Walz's mind, the bully can be a neighbor, a good neighbor. He can force you to do things that are good because that makes it neighborly for another person. That's not neighborliness. That's bully. What we see in this individual who is a vice president candidate is somebody who's not liberal. He's not moderate. He's a leftist, and that's one of the reasons why I have on the hat. The PragerU hat, because Dennis Prager says you need to know the difference between a leftist and a liberal. Now, Alan Dershowitz is a liberal. I don't really agree with him, but he is somebody who sticks up for civil rights. He doesn't want government sneaking in with devices that can record your conversations when there's no grounds for doing that, where there's no basis for a warrant. Alan Dershowitz is very good at protecting people's civil liberties, but what would you say about a governor who started up a snitch line? A snitch line that is the means by which a government provide citizens the opportunity to snitch on your neighbor if that neighbor wasn't social distancing correctly during COVID. That's what Walz did in Minnesota. Set up a snitch line for the government to know if there are people out there who aren't social distancing. And that's indicative of a leftist. So what you're hearing about Midwest values in a football coach, I don't care if he's a football coach, what does he really believe? I can practically guarantee it that Walz does not believe the gospel. I haven't heard a testimony from him. But by all indications, given where his positions are, it's not reflective of a biblical worldview, of somebody who really knows the gospel of Jesus Christ for the salvation of his soul. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe he'll give me a stunning testimony of his relationship with Jesus Christ, but I doubt it. No, what you have in Tim Walz and Kamala Harris are two leftists trying to position themselves as somebody that they're not. And the press playing along in making them look like somebody they're not. Moderate, who there for the good of the country. As Walz has visited China 30-some times, I don't think it was on a mission trip. I have a feeling it was for big business. And socialism is very comfortable with big business because the two can act in concert with one another. It's interesting. There are 17 Fortune 500 companies in Minnesota. It doesn't surprise me that big business has been thriving there. As one of his supporters says, the economy's good with Walz. He's got those big businesses in Minnesota. No, that's not so good. How friendly are they to the small businesses? And when you look at the small businesses during COVID, what happened to them when the rampaging was going on through the streets? Small businesses were crushed. And Walz approved of what happened during the rioting. He would not stop it, even when the National Guard was requested by the liberal mayor of Minneapolis. Walz just let it happen. But if Walz was a Jew, I doubt if Kamala Harris would have selected him. She passed over Shapiro from Pennsylvania because her politics of playing to the pro-Hamas side in the Democratic Party won her over. Sorry, that's the way I see it. And just wanted to mention it, as there's only about 90 days left in the presidential election. We need to be discerning, and I need to keep flying this flag, the flag of sackcloth, to remind us of being humble. President Trump, please be humble. Don't attack those who are on your side. And avoid the personal attacks against those who oppose you. Bye for now.